Here's something that sounds impossible. A tiny AI model, small enough to run on your laptop, can now beat a giant one that needs a room full of expensive computers. For years, everyone believed the same simple rule. The bigger the AI, the smarter it must be. More power, more brains. That rule just broke. And the story of how a small model started outperforming something 40 times its size tells you almost everything about where AI is actually heading. First, let's clear up what big and small even mean. When people say a model is large, they're talking about its parameters. Think of parameters as tiny adjustable knobs inside the AI. Each one is a little piece of memory that helps it make a decision. A big model can have hundreds of billions of these knobs. A small one might have 3 or 4 billion. That sounds like a lot either way, but the gap is huge. It's the difference between a warehouse and a backpack. And for a long time, the warehouse always won. So why not just use the warehouse every time? Because giant models come with a giant bill. Every question you ask, one has to travel through all those billions of knobs, which takes time, electricity, and rows of specialized chips that cost more than a car. It's like hiring the world's top brain surgeon to help you cross the street. Sure, they're brilliant, but they're slow to book, expensive by the hour, and wildly overqualified for the job. Most of the time, you don't need all that power. You just need a fast, correct answer. This is where the small models struck back. Microsoft built a family of little models called Phi. One of them, Phi 3.5, carries just under 4 billion knobs, genuinely tiny by today's standards. And on several tests, it kept up with, and sometimes beat, models around 40 times larger. Let that land for a second. 40 times smaller, yet punching at the same weight. That's not a small improvement. That's someone showing up to a heavyweight fight in a lightweight body and winning rounds. How is that even possible? The first secret is focus. A giant model is a generalist. It tries to know everything, from poetry to physics to plumbing. A small model can be a specialist. Picture a family doctor who's read every medical book ever written versus a physical therapist who spent 10 years on one thing and does it perfectly. For your sprained ankle, the specialist wins every time. When a small model is trained carefully for the kind of work you actually need, all that extra general knowledge in the giant model is just weight it's carrying around for no reason. The second secret is the training itself. An AI learns by reading examples, and for years, the plan was simple: feed it more. Pour in the entire internet and hope the good stuff outweighs the junk. But researchers found something better. Feed a model a smaller amount of really clean, high-quality material. Think carefully chosen textbooks instead of every random comment online, and it learns far more per page. It's the same as studying. 10 focused, well-written pages beat 1,000 pages of noise. Better food, not just more food, and a small brain gets surprisingly sharp. There's a third trick, and it's a clever one. It's called mixture of experts. Instead of building one model that uses every knob for every single question, you build a team of smaller experts inside. And for each question, only the right couple of them wake up. Imagine calling a company. You don't get transferred to all 400 employees at once. The receptionist routes you to the 2 people who can actually help. Same idea. The model can hold a lot of total knowledge, but it only switches on the small piece it needs right now, so it stays fast and cheap while still feeling smart. This isn't just theory. The scoreboard backs it up. Hugging Face released a model called Small M3 with about 3 billion knobs. On a dozen popular tests, it outperformed other well-known models its own size and stayed competitive with ones a full-size class above it. Alibaba's Quen family did something similar. Their smaller models started matching numbers that, just a year earlier, only the biggest models in the world could hit. The pattern kept repeating across different companies. Small, done right, was closing the gap fast. Now, let's be honest, because this is where a lot of hype gets it wrong. Small models are not magically better at everything. Hand one a truly hard, open-ended problem. Messy reasoning, a tangle of steps, something it was never trained for. And the giant models still pull ahead. The real story isn't small always wins. It's that for most everyday jobs, summarizing a document, sorting emails, answering a support question, a small specialist gives you around 80 to 90% of the giant's quality at a tiny fraction of the cost. And for that kind of work, 80 to 90% that's fast and cheap beats perfect and expensive. Here's why this actually changes things for you. When a model is small enough, it doesn't need the cloud anymore. It fits on your laptop. It fits on your phone. And that flips a few things at once. It's private. Your words never leave your device. It's free to run, no meter ticking with every question. And it works with no internet at all, on a plane or in a basement. The AI stops being a distant service you rent and becomes a tool you simply own. So back to that impossible-sounding idea from the start. A tiny model beating a giant one isn't a fluke. It's 3 simple moves working together. Focus on one job instead of everything. Learn from clean material instead of endless noise. And only switch on the part you need. Put those together, and raw size stops being the thing that matters most. The question quietly shifted from how big can we make it to how little do we actually need? And in engineering, that second question is usually the one that changes everything. So next time you reach for the biggest, most powerful AI you can find, it's worth asking, do you actually need the brain surgeon? Or would the fast, focused specialist do the job better? Once you start seeing that trade-off everywhere, you can't unsee it. And the next time your phone does something clever without ever going online, now you'll know exactly what's humming away inside it.